Career sales. Do career sales ever go backwards or go down? No, they only go what? Up, right? And since we based all of our pay increases on career sales, then if somebody gets 30%, will they ever go backwards? No. Which is nice, because we have some people who can't work during school, like Chad Churchwell. I mean, he goes to international business school in Germany. And while he was going there, I mean, we don't have an office in Germany yet, so he couldn't work there. But when he came back for like summer and for Christmas, when he came back and he was able to sell the highest percentage. He didn't have to start over anything, which is nice, and we allow that for people too. So, well, good. Does everybody understand the two pay programs? Okay, good. I want to go over pay cycles. Let me real quick go over pay cycles, okay? And on this, it's real simple. Our bonuses are paid weekly. So therefore, usually on Mondays, because they send them out, they're mailed from New York on Friday, and we usually receive our checks on Monday. And we receive a check every week on our incentive pay, okay? Now, of course, we have the base pay also, but we're going to pay whichever one's greater, right? Okay, but we send out the bonus check first, okay? So we always get that every week. That way people get paid every week. They at least have money coming in every week. They don't have to wait like a month or 2 weeks or something like that necessarily to get it paid. So every week you have money coming in. Well, of course, if somebody did 40 appointments, they should earn a minimum of how much money? $360, right? And so basically for every 40 appointments, we're going to pay $360, okay? Now, we don't have any sales quotas or, even work quotas, per se. So therefore, we don't make somebody do 40 appointments every week, okay? We don't make somebody do a certain amount every day. But basically, every 40 appointments, we're going to make sure that somebody makes at least how much money? $360. Well, let's just say that salesperson A here did 40 appointments. And over those 40 appointments, off their weekly incentive checks, they earned $500 in incentive pay, okay? Would we pay them the incentive check there, or would we pay them the 360 base? We're going to let them just keep their weekly check they received on their incentives, right? Because it was more money. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, now let's say that salesperson B does like 20 appointments, and they earn $125 on their weekly incentive check, okay? Say they did another 20 appointments, and their next incentive check was only $175. So basically, over 40 appointments, this person earned $300 in incentive pay that they'd already received because we paid that out weekly. They didn't have to wait till 40 appointments to make money, right? So they received $300 in incentive payment. Well, are we just going to pay them only $300? No, what are we going to do? We're going to pay them the amount of $360. So we're going to add in another additional check for $60 in base pay, bringing it to a $360 total. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, I want to do another example just to make sure everybody understands. Let's say that salesperson C, over 40 appointments, earned $359.50 on their incentive pay. What would we do there? Send another check for, 50 cents, right? Okay, so therefore another 50-cent check of base would be coming out, so that they would receive their full total of $360. Did I lose anybody there? No? I mean, that's probably not a good example. I don't think the company really sent a 50-cent check, okay? But I buy you a Coke, we call it either, we work something out, okay? But you get the idea though as far as how the pay goes. The thing that's nice about this pay program is that the base pay, what the base does is it offers a level of security. It's a minimum amount. The bonus pay adds a level of motivation and incentive, something to shoot for, so that somebody can earn more. The reason why I like this pay program is because when I first started with the business, as I told you earlier, I really had never sold anything before. But I also didn't cook, I didn't hunt, I didn't fish. So I didn't have a whole lot of relationship with products like these. But I could relate with the quality. And I could see that was a good product. And even though I didn't have a lot of confidence in my sales ability, since I had never done it, I did have confidence in the product. And I had confidence that if somebody did cook, that they would like it. I had confidence that if somebody did fish, they would enjoy something like that or hunt, or they'd like the way that worked. And that really helped me to feel comfortable with that. What's nice is that I knew that even because I still was concerned that what if I didn't do well? What if I didn't sell as much as the average person or do as well as they expected me to? At least I knew there wasn't a sales quota, so I wasn't going to get fired. And I knew that I'd also at least make the $9 base, which was really good actually. I mean, I'd taken a lot of jobs in the past that didn't even pay that. Although I was a lot more fired up about the bonus because it was a lot more money. My parents liked the base, that there was the base too, because they knew I had never sold anything before either, and didn't really know how well I do in that area. And not only that, but also I had paid my way through school, so it was important that I did make money regardless of performance. Now the bonuses though, I was excited about, because I knew that even if I didn't make more on the base, that the incentive program, was all based on career sales. So anything that I sold would, of course, still count towards my career sales. So eventually either 2 or 3 things would happen. I'd either get enough experience that I'd end up making more, I'd get enough extra training that I'd improve to make more, or if it never got better, the sales percentage would get so high that I'd make more anyway. And so that gave me a lot of reassurance. And that's exactly what I set the pay program up like this kind of time. Okay, that's okay. I'll tell you what, why don't you finish up with Kenneth real quick? Kenneth's in my back office.
Okay.
And just tell him that, tell him that you can finish up your post. Okay, because we pretty much finished it.
Okay.
Okay? All right, no problem. I appreciate it. Yeah, I knew we ran late. Okay, so that's fine. Just tell Kenneth, he'll know